Good morning, everyone, and this just may be your sign that when you do eventually visit the Great Ocean Road, you'll stay close enough to discover the wonder and the empty boardwalks of the 12 Apostles in the morning. Had an absolutely magnificent morning this morning. I opened ebird and I'm recording the birds that I've seen. Already on the way down, I've seen a black-shouldered kite. And much to my surprise, for the first time ever, I saw an Australian booble owl hiding out in a roost right near this position here. I also saw an eastern spinebill. I've got my binoculars in hand, and as I noticed that our eyes in the sky at 12 Apostles helicopters will be up in the air soon, and they'll be pointing out the positions of whales and giving that information to Port Campbell Visitor Information Centre, so that we can get people with binoculars in hand to the right place at the right time to have the very best experience. Mark from Port Campbell Visitor Information Centre here. Good morning, Tracy. We've seen a booble owl, an eastern spinebill, and a black-shouldered kite. And I'm here with all my friends at the 12 Apostles. Absolutely amazing time to visit. And if you are planning a visit down this way, winter is magnificent. And certainly visit when the best light is and when the quietest times of day are. So morning light at the 12 Apostles looking pretty magnificent. Empty boardwalks at the 12 Apostles looking pretty good as well. You can just see the reflections and the wet sand. I'm going to come down and capture this. And I will be recording, even though I won't see any little penguins at this time of the day. Good morning. Let us know where you're watching from if you feel like it. If not, just tune in for some views. So what I will be recording on ebird is those really strong lines of penguin footprints there. As I mentioned, you can come and borrow a set of binoculars from Port Campbell Visitor Information Centre to enhance views like this. While whales, well, we're waiting for our eyes in the sky at 12 Apostles helicopters to report where they are. Rock stacks don't run away. And I'm just going to zoom in a little bit, and you've got no idea how much magnification the binoculars we're going to give you are. But to have a look at these stacks up close is absolutely incredible. Those of you that call into the Visitor Information Centre first will point out little earthquake faults that you can see in the cliff line. Seismologists from all over the world get a little bit rabid and frothy when they come here, and they can actually see an earthquake fault without actually having to dig. And I'll point out that to you a little bit later. Mark from Port Campbell Visitor Information Centre. All blues and golds this morning, Leonie. Been a little bit slow for people to go on. We've gone live a little bit later. Like I said, I've been talking to visitors. I've been speaking to a family from Germany, a man from Melbourne that pointed out the location of a booble owl for me that I would have walked straight past. Eastern spinebills and a black-shouldered kite. Then I started talking to you, and there's probably been a peregrine falcon gone right over my head, but I'm sure you'd let me know. All the blues and golds and wonder. The boardwalk's dried out a little bit. It's been a while since I've done calisthenics, so I'm going to show you a few tricky places where you can get a shot, keeping yourself completely safe and get some different perspectives of the 12 apostles. So some excited chatter of a family up behind, which is wonderful. But what I don't mind doing is getting down, carefully placing the phone through here, and you can just zoom in a little bit, because that's looking pretty ordinary at the moment, and I can't even see. Probably going to get a cramp, but you just see some really interesting foreground that you can get, some wonderful depth of field. You choose where you want to focus on, what's blurred, but quite nice. Safe for the environment, safe for you. Pardon me, and a little bit of indigestion for me. A little bit of calisthenics with binoculars around the neck. I wasn't expecting that. Daryl, how you going? Hope you have a wonderful morning wherever you're watching from. This is your sign that you need to think about maybe a winter visit to this part of the world. And for those of you that aren't able to visit, we're here for you. We take requests. Let us know what you want to see next, what you want us to talk about. The only way I'm going to learn is if you hit me with some questions that I can't answer. Nina's in at the Visitor Information Centre at the moment, and I'm talking to visitors out here, which is a wonderful opportunity for me to help them get a shot, loan them some binoculars, let them know. So many people come down here and don't realise what these lines are, but once seen, never unseen, and to see the little penguins come in at the 12 apostles is quite amazing. You can see there's lines coming in right up the beach, indications of different family groups and behaviours that come in at different positions along the beach. That beautiful, hilarious huddled behaviour that we all love so much. Is a safety mechanism protecting the penguins from the threat of avian prey. They certainly look like one big animal coming in together. Other places in Victoria we highly recommend, like Phillip Island, to get a much closer experience than here. But if you're here watching a magnificent sunset at the 12 apostles and unaware that 15 to 20 minutes after sunset you can see little penguins come onto the beach, that's certainly a missed opportunity. All right, I did promise you I'd show you some great spots to get a shot, then promptly got indigestion and wet knees, but we're going to go again. Ask a question, tell us a joke, anything you want. This is about you guiding the camera. Yeah, not real keen on that one, but there's different positions on there where you can start to get a little bit of foreground colour. Might be a full zoom. That new growth on the beard heaps there, looking like alien antennas, is kind of a little bit strong for the shot. But if I was to come over here and, get something like that, you can see, probably a little bit wide in video format, but why mess with perfection? You can just stand up and get a great shot. But a safe and ethical way to get a new angle. Terry from the sunny, Alex, Hamadullah, Barry, good morning. Watching from Malaysia. From Malacca? Barry, have I got that right? Morning, Carly. Be a beautiful day over your way as well. All right, we're going to try some more calisthenics. I'm just sort of seeing, some nice poa there down here. So just very carefully pop my phone through. And there's something a little bit different of the 12 apostles. I'll be speaking to a photography group tomorrow. I think I'm going to title my presentation "Right Spot at the Right Time" with a black rectangle in hand, because you could come here in the middle of the day and get photos, and I don't think you're ever going to wonder what all the fuss was about, but in the middle of the day these guys go quite black with harsh light above them, and you lose the detail in the morning and afternoon light. Best tip we can give you is stay close enough that you can get out to enjoy sunset and sunrise at a couple of different locations. You're going to make the absolute most of your visit. We're going to try again with cushion bush here. One of my favourite, most comfy looking plant. Not that I would ever sit on one. And just see, yeah, it's not blowing me away today, this sort of stuff. The light's a little bit harsh, but just an opportunity to get a different shot without putting yourself at any risk. And importantly, also protecting the delicate cliff top ecology. A lot of people get a sense that this is a robust coast, weathered by storms, but the actual mix of plants that hold it all together on the top don't like to be trampled on. The minute people step over a barrier, you're opening up a new area to more erosion, compacted soil. Scents throw our protected species like southern brown bandicoot out. They try and get closer to the road, away from the new threats, and unfortunately we see them squished on the road. Make sure you slow down and treat this area with the respect that it deserves. Please stay behind barriers, stay safe, and pop in and see Nina and I today if you're in the area or whenever you're there. Nina, Elizabeth, Lynn, Andrew, and Gertie, who's up north somewhere at the moment, will be there to, one of us or two of us will be there to greet you. So have a wonderful day wherever you're watching from. Mark from Port Campbell Visitor Information Centre. I'm going to keep logging a few more birds, speak to some visitors, and then I'll go in and join Nina and get lots of work done that I've got to do. You have a wonderful, wonderful day wherever you're watching from. Hope this brought you a little smile, and it's your sign to send this, share this to someone, and it might just be the catalyst that are the first steps to your next journey down here. Have a wonderful day wherever you're watching from. If ever you've got a question or you want a bit of information, call us at Port Campbell Visitor Information Centre. Mark, empty boardwalks, Bluebird Day, maybe your sign that you need to start planning a visit. Adios, everyone. One more look. That's what all the fuss is about. Adios, everyone.